Yeah, good evening, children. Am I audible? Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, I don't want any confusion regarding the days and timings. We are going on, as we've been on every Monday and Friday. I'll let you know if at all there's a change. It should be convenient for every student here. So I'm just waiting for the feedback. Once two of them have, no, that's what I don't want to spend time discussing that in the meeting. So let's get into the chapter. Regarding that, you've sent messages. So I'm collecting the, feedback from the other parents. I'll let you know on WhatsApp. We'll not do that in the session here. So this is the next chapter, children, simple equations. We haven't, completed what was that chapter? Fractions and decimals. We haven't completed the revision part of fractions and decimals. We'll do more of it in the class. We'll do more of it in the class, children. I'm just introducing the second chapter because it's a long time we've been working with the first chapter, but we'll get back to that. We have the revision part still pending in the first chapter. We will again, visit the exercises, and I need to check if, there's anything which is not clear. So we have that work still pending. Not pending in the real sense. I just want to take over a new chapter, just, change the concepts we're going through. So we'll just get into simple equations. Yeah, and that revision part of fractions and decimals we'll just resume some other day. So now this is the, I don't know if the second chapter, no, I don't know, but this is one of the chapters in your NCERT textbook, simple equations. You can see the different terms here: variable, constant, equation, mathematical operations. Name the four mathematical operations, children. What are the four mathematical
Ma'am,
operations?
addition.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
addition,
addition,
subtraction,
subtraction,
division, and
multiplication,
multiplication.
division.
Very good. Yes. Yeah, when I ask a question, you can just answer in chorus. We are just four of us in the class. It's not going to become noise. If we are 50, then I will say one by one, one by one. We are just four of us. So when one starts talking, it's, don't stop because somebody's already started. You can just continue, just put it in, meaning go on in the chorus. It's okay because we're just, very, very few students. So if somebody starts, it's okay. You can just say along with that person as you just did. So the four mathematical operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Very good. Now, have you come across this term variable, children? Variable?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
variable? Yeah. So what is a variable? In your own
Ma'am,
words, what is a
yes,
variable?
ma'am. It is a term is ma'am, it's a term used for an unknown value of a numerical expression, ma'am.
Unknown value of a numerical expression.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How is it represented?
Ma'am, using the small alphabetics.
Okay. So variable, as the word indicates, variable is something that can vary. Variable meaning changes. So variable in mathematics, a variable is something that can assume any numerical value. Now, when you take up this number 5 or 10 or minus 10, 4 by 5, these are fixed. They're called constants because they have a fixed numerical value. Now 5 is 5. 50 is 50, 500 is 500, minus 1 by 2 is minus 1 by 2, it's fixed. So something that has a fixed value, fixed numerical value is a constant. So all the numbers are all constants. All the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, fractions, whatever they're all constants because they have a fixed value. A variable is something that can assume any numerical value. Variable, varying, constant, fixed. Constant, fixed value. Variable, varying values. Any value. So now in mathematics, we use the lowercase letters of the English alphabet. Now for 7th standard level, I'll say English alphabet, though we use Greek, a lot of Greek letters also later. in your higher classes. So for now, so we use the lowercase letters in the English alphabet. So small letter A, small letter B, small letter C, small letter D. These letters are used to indicate variables. So a variable is represented using any small letter in the English alphabet. Small letter X, small letter Y, small letter M, not a capital letter. You should not use a capital letter for a variable. It is represented by a small letter of the English alphabet. So a variable is something that assumes varying values, different values, or any value. Constant is something that has a fixed value. Now, mathematical operations, you told me, are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, when we use these constants and variables and mathematical operations, and we put all of them together, we can construct an expression. An expression is now when I say x plus 5, x is a variable, or x represents a variable. 5 is a constant, and I connect x and 5. X is a variable, x represents a variable, 5 is a constant. Now I connect this, I connect x and 5 with a mathematical operation, say plus. So now I say x plus 5 is an expression. X plus 5 is an expression. What is x plus x plus x plus x? What is x plus x plus x plus x?
Ma'am, 4x.
How do we understand that? It's 1x plus 1x. Yeah, you're right, Swati. 1x plus 1x plus 1x plus 1x. 4x. 4x. What is x into x into x into x? Okay, you might not know that now for the time being. Sorry. So x plus x. What is 2x plus 3x? 5x. So when you're adding, when you add or subtract, you just simplify the numerical coefficients. 2 and 3 is 5. 5x. 6x plus 7x. What is 6x plus 7x? 6 plus 7, 13. 13x. Okay. So when you connect variables and constants with some mathematical operations, you can construct expressions. For example, x minus 4 is an expression. X minus 4 is an expression. You can see the variable x there. You can see the constant 4. And you can see a mathematical operation like minus. So to construct expressions, we use variables, we use constants and mathematical operations. Now, x on its own is an expression, simply x. It's not compulsory that there should be a constant. There should be one constant, there should be one variable, there should be a mathematical operation, nothing like that. X alone is an expression. Y is an expression. Z is an expression. It represents a variable. It's also an expression. Okay, but Z, now when I say x plus 5, x, so say x plus y minus 5, x plus y minus 5. Am I audible, children?
Yes, ma'am, your voice is audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So x, I was telling you that x itself is an expression. Y is an expression. 5 is an expression. The number 5 is an expression. 4x plus 5 is an expression. 100x minus 50. So you use variables, you use constants, you use some mathematical operations, and you can construct an expression. When an expression is equated to something. Now, for example, see this here. 4x plus 5 is an expression. It's equated to 65. meaning is equal to 65. You know this is the equality sign. This is the equality sign. Equality sign. You can see it here, equality sign. This is the equality sign. Now 4x plus 5 is an expression. It's equated to 65, is equal to 65. Now this is an equation. It's a simple equation. It's a simple equation in one variable x. It's a simple equation in one variable x. 4x plus 5 is an expression. In 4x plus 5, 4 is a constant because 4 is 4. 5 is a constant because 5 is 5. X is a variable because x can take any value. X it is in general x. X. Like if you don't know the name of a person, okay, Mr. A, Mr. A, you don't know the name of the person, so we'll call him Mr. A. So A can be Peter, A can be John, A can be Ram, A can be Krish, you know, A can be whatever. So when you don't know the name of the person, you say Mr. A or Mrs. A or Master A, whatever. When you don't know the name, you just call something, somebody like that. So like that, so there A can take any name. So similarly, 4x, 4 is 4. Like when I say Mr. A, Mr. is Mr. only. A can be any name. Okay, just to compare and make you understand, children. So 4 is a constant, 5 is a constant, x is the variable there. Now 4x plus 5, you can see constants and variable x connected by the mathematical operation plus. Now 4x plus 5 is an expression. When an expression is, now this expression is equated to 65. Now this becomes an equation. It becomes an equation. Now when you write 4x plus 5 is equal to 65, as 65 is equal to 4x plus 5. What happens? We're just exchanging. Okay, let me tell you this first. Now in an equation, this one is called the left hand side, LHS. LHS. Left hand side, right hand side. Left hand side, right hand side. LHS, RHS. So now 4x plus 5. Now in this equation, see when we say equation, there should be this equality sign. There should be the equality sign. When you say equation, there should be the equality sign. Only then it's an equation. Now this one 4x plus 5 is in the left hand side. So it's the LHS. 65 is in the right hand side. So it's the RHS. Now in an equation, when you exchange the LHS and RHS, still the value remains the same. You're not disturbing an equation. An equation means both the sides are equal. Equation meaning the LHS and the RHS, they're equal. Now when you exchange their places, when you bring 65 to the other side, and when you take 4x plus 5 to the opposite side like this, the equation still remains an equation. It's not disturbed. 4x plus 5 is equal to 65 is the same as 65 is equal to 4x plus 5. When the expressions in both the sides are exchanged, when the expressions in either sides are exchanged, the equation is not disturbed. It's still fine. The equation is not disturbed. So you can write 4x plus 5 is equal to 65 as take this to the 65 is in the RHS, take it to the LHS, 65. 4x plus 5 is in the RHS, 4x plus 5. It's the same. The value. Now you can see other expressions here. 6x minus 25 is equal to 4x plus 5. Is an equation. Children, I have shared my screen. I'm sure it's visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. Visible, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't check that, so I had a doubt. So now this one 6x minus 25 is an expression. 6x minus 25 is an expression. 4x plus 5 is an expression. When you connect these two expressions with the equal to sign, it becomes an equation. 6x minus 25 is an expression. 4x plus 5 is also an expression. When you connect these two expressions with an equal to sign, then it becomes an equation. This whole thing is an equation. Now this one is the left hand side. 6x minus 25 is the left hand side of the equation. 4x plus 5 is the right hand side of the equation. Again, when you exchange it, see, it is not disturbed. The equation remains the same. The equation is not disturbed. When you take 4x plus 5, which is in the RHS to the LHS here, you can see it here. And when you take 6x minus 25, which is in the LHS here to the RHS, just compare these two. We have exchanged their positions. The equation remains an equation. It's not disturbed. We are not disturbing it. Though we exchange the expressions, the equation is not disturbed. Now what you see here, 4x plus 5 is greater than 6x minus 25. 4x plus 5 is less than 6x minus 25. These are not equations. Then what are these? We'll see in higher classes. These are called inequalities. We'll see them in higher classes. So this is not an equation. So when you don't see an equal to sign, it is not an equation. See, you see the greater than sign here. Here you see the less than symbol. So that means these are not equations. They are inequalities. In equations. In equations. They are in equation. In equations. Inequations. Here the inequality sign is greater than. Here the inequality sign is less than. Equality sign, inequality sign. Inequality, greater than and less than. So these are inequations, inequations, inequations. Okay. Or you can say for your staff, for 7th standard, we could say it's not an equation. This one is not an equation. This one is not an equation. This is not an equation. This is an equation. This is an equation. This is an equation. This is an equation. This one is not an equation. Not an equation. Not an equation. It's an inequation. Inequation. So I think with this introduction, we can get into the exercises, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll let you look at this one. If now this is actually a later part of the chapter, but I'm just trying to show you what we will be seeing in the chapter. Now, don't think the first question itself is like this. Just trying to show you what we will be doing in this chapter, how we will be constructing equations, and how we shall be solving them to find the value of the variable. Okay. Even if you don't understand this completely, don't really, mind. We are going to start off with the basics, but this is what we will be doing in the chapter. Now look at this. If 45, please don't read the steps. Please go along with me. See what I am reading and process what I am trying to say. Do not go ahead. That will only confuse you. If 45 is added to half a number, okay. 45 is added to half a number. What is a number? The number is not given. Half a number, that number can be 50. If the number is 50, half a number is 25. If the number is 100, then half of it is 50. If the number is 10, then half of it is 5. What is a number? Okay, I'll add 45. To which number? It's not given. Then let that number be x. So whom do we call x? When you don't know the value, then you call that as x or y or z. So since you don't know what it is, we'll use the symbol for a variable. We'll call it x, because now why is x a variable? Because if the answer is 100, x is 100. If the answer is 50, x is 50. If the answer is 10, x is 10. So x is open. X will take any value. X will not say, oh, the answer is 50. I don't want to take 50. No, x will be okay with any value. If you get whatever answer you get, x will be okay with that. So x is a variable. X is a variable. Now, why do we say let the number be x? Because we don't know the number. Half a number. Okay, which number? Not given. So let that number be x. Then what is half of that number? X by 2. Then half of that number is x by 2. Okay, so why are we calling it? This number we know 45. If 45 is added to half a number is not 1 by 2, children. Half of a number, half of some other number. So that number we don't know. So we'll call it x. Half of the number is x by 2. Now what is given? Add 45 to half of that number. Why x by 2, children? Don't you do? If the number is 50, will you not do 50 by 2? If the number is 75, will you not do 75 by 2? Similarly, when the number is x, half of the number is x by 2. Half of the number is x by 2. Now add 45. Okay, so x by 2 plus 45. So if 45 is added to half a number meaning half of a number, the result is meaning equal to. The result is meaning equal to. The answer is the result is triple the number. Triple meaning 3 times the number. Triple the number meaning 3 times the number. 3 times the number, that is 3 into x. 3 times meaning 3 into. Times meaning into. Times means into in mathematics. Times. 3 times a number, 3x. So we have got the different parts of the question. Let the number be x. Half of the number is x by 2. Adding 45 to this is x by 2 plus 45. The result is equal to. What is the result? Triple the number, 3x. So you can see the equation constructed here. You can see the equation constructed here. So this is the number. This is half of the number. This is adding 45 to half the number. Now, when you add 45 to half the number, the result is equal to 3x. You can also write x by 2 plus 45 is equal to 3x. We understood that. You can write this. You can write x by 2 plus 45 is equal to 3x also. Or you can write it as 3x is equal to x by 2 plus 45. Both are fine. Both are fine. You can write x. Now, why you? Because it's given here half of a number plus 45. The result is meaning equal to triple the number 3x. So here they've written 3x is equal to x by 2 plus 45. But you know that both are the same. X by 2 plus 45 is equal to 3x. Is the same as 3x is equal to x by 2 plus 45. Now the solving part we'll see later, children. Now we solve the equation. In step 5, we solve the equation and we find the value of x. And the number is 18. See, the number is 18. Now what is half of the number, children? What is half of 18?
Ma'am, 9.
9. Add 45 to half the number. Add 45 to half the number. What's the answer?
5.
What is half of the number?
Ma'am, 9, ma'am.
9. Add 45 to half of this number, half of the number. So that means you should add 45 to?
Ma'am, 9.
9. What's the result?
Ma'am, 54.
54. Now what is 3 times the number? 3
Ma'am,
times 18.
Ma'am, 54.
That's what is the question. So the number is 18. Correct. The number is 18. Because you can verify the result. You can verify the result. The number is 18. Half of the number is 9. Add 45 to that, 54. What is the result? 54 is the result. And what is that result equal to? It is triple the number. 3 times 18, 54. Not 3 times 9. 9 is half of the number. The number is 18. Half the number is 9. The number is 18. 3 times the number. 3 into 18, 54. So 54 is equal to half of the number 9 plus 45. Correct. So it is working, right? You verified that your answer is correct. So how to solve the equation, we'll see later, children. How to solve the equation, we'll see later. Is it somewhat understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions here? Except step 5. Step 5 I have not explained. This is how. So what we will be doing in this chapter is some information will be given to us in words. We will be using variables and constants and constructing an equation. We'll construct either an expression or an equation from the given information. That is what, and sometimes if required, we will solve and find the value of the variable. Children, kindly disable your mic when you're not talking, please. So
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
1 second, just a second. So in this chapter, we shall, we shall be converting word situations, statements, something which is given in words, some statements in words or English statements to mathematical statements. We will be converting the statements in English to a mathematical statement or a mathematical equation, mathematical expression, depending on whatever is given to us. If we have to only construct the expression or equation, we'll just construct it. If we have to solve and find the value of the variable, we'll do it, depending on whatever is instructed in the question. Yes, Swati?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 45 is added to half a number means it will have to represent it as 1 by 2 only, no, ma'am. But here it is written as 8.
No, I'll tell you, 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Added to half means 45 plus half. Half a number means x by 2. 45 is added to half. I should say only half. If I say only half, then it is 1 by 2. If it is half of a number, then that number is x. Half of that is x by 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, half is different from half a number. Half is different from half a number. Simply half. 45 is add half to 45. If the question is add half to 45. Okay, your teacher says you get 18 and a half on 20. You go to your teacher and you say calculation mistake, ma'am. You have to add half. Correct? You'll have to add half to my total. I've got 18 and a half, but you need to add half. Add half means add only half. 18 and a half plus half. 19 on 20. This is half a number. Half of some number. So if that number is 200, half of that is 100. So x and x by 2. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Still feel you're right. No, with any doubt in your mind, we cannot proceed, children. Do we understand the difference between half and half a number?
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Okay. Now it's your turn. The first one, Anugraha will tell us the first one. Second one by Matthew. Third one, Nandana. Fourth one, Swati.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anugraha, please tell us the first one.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
I'll just read the heading. Write the following statements in the form. There's a spelling mistake there. In the form of equations. Write the following statements in the form of equations. Okay. The first one is the sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. What do we mean by sum, Anugraha?
ma'am, sum means the answer of two numbers.
Can I just ask you something? Which mathematical operation represents sum?
Addition, ma'am. Addition.
Plus. So the mathematical operation is plus. What now? If it is addition, you should have at least 2 things. You should have 2 or more things to add. What are the 2 things to add here?
Ma'am, 3 times x and 11.
How do you represent 3 times x?
3x, ma'am.
3x. What is the other one?
3x plus 11, ma'am.
Very good. 3x plus 11. So 3x is one thing. 11 is the other thing. The sum of these two. So 3x plus 11. What do you mean by is? Is stands for what?
Ma'am, is stands for equal to sign, ma'am.
Equal to sign. Is stands for equal to sign. Is equal to what? What's the answer? What's the result?
32, ma'am.
Yeah. So now tell us the equation, Anugraha.
Ma'am, 3x plus 11 is equal to 32.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Next one, Matthew.
Mom? Mom?
No, you should tell. I don't know. You want me to repeat the instructions? Matthew, am I audible or no?
Mom, yes, mom.
Yeah, I think I asked you to do the second one.
Yes, mom.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Mom, there's if you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, you get 7, mom. So,
Okay, which is the mathematical operation here?
mom, subtraction, mom.
So which sign?
Mom, minus 1.
Minus sign. Okay. So what is 6 times a number?
Mom, multiplication.
No, you're right. But how do you express? What is the number?
Mom, 6 into x, mom.
Okay. If I say let the number be z, let the number be z, then what is 6 times the number?
Mom, 6z, mom.
6z. Okay. Now is it 5 minus 6z or 6z minus 5?
Mom, 5 minus 6z, mom.
Okay. Now, okay, if I say, Matthew, just let's go down to second and third standard. Second or third standard. Now, don't we remember our teacher? She used to say, subtract 5 from 11 means whatever comes after from you must write first. Have you learned it like that from your teacher?
Yes, mom.
Whatever in subtract, when we subtract, whatever comes after from, because that's the meaning of the English there. Subtract 5 from something. From something you should take away 5.
Yes, mom.
See, the meaning is that if you subtract 5 from something, you should write that from first and then you should take away 5.
Yes, mom.
Yeah, now tell me.
Mom, it will come as
Only 2 options we have. 5 minus 6z or 6z minus 5. Which one? What
Mom,
comes
6.
after?
Mom,
What comes
6z
after?
minus 5, mom.
What comes after from? What is after from? 6 times a number, right?
Yes, mom.
That you should write first. So 6z
Minus 5, mom.
You get means what? What does you get?
7. Mom, mom, if we subtract that, we will get 7, mom.
That's what symbolically. Now you get these words. You will write as what in mathematics? Anybody else? You get means you get. Yeah, you get will be replaced with what?
Mom, product.
No.
Ma'am, it's addition, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am, it's an equality sign.
Equality sign. You get meaning equal to 7. Now, yeah, that's correct. I think I don't know who that was. Swati or Nandana?
Ma'am, Swati, ma'am.
Swati. Okay, good. Yes, Matthew, please complete the equation now.
Mom,
6z
mom, 6z minus 5 is equal to 7, ma'am.
is equal to 7. So what is that we understood? What comes after from we should write first. What
Yes,
comes after from we should write first. So 6 times the number 6z minus 5 is equal to, why do we say is equal to? Because you get means equal to 7.
Yes.
Okay. Next one, Nandana. Third one, Nandana. Okay, then Swati, third one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7.
Nandana, you can try the fourth one. Yes, Swati, continue.
Yes, ma'am. 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7, ma'am. Here,
Ah.
1/4 of m, ma'am. So m is represented as an unknown value, ma'am. So we can write it as m by 4, ma'am. M by 4. Ma'am, more than means I think it's subtraction. Sorry, it's addition, ma'am. So m by 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, ma'am. Is the equation?
Let's see. Yeah. So 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. So whenever we have this more than or less than, it always says the difference. Okay, let's take some other example first. Now when I say A's age is more than B's age by 5. Don't think it's very complex, children. It's very simple. Just listen to me carefully. A's age is more than B's age by 5. Who's elder? Who's elder? A's age is more, so A is elder. That means A minus B is equal to 5. That is A's age minus B's age is equal to 5. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Whenever it is more than, less than. Now I can also say this. B, if A is elder to B, that means B is younger than A. Now you can take the example of your sibling or your cousin or whatever. So now say you are 12 years old, 11 or 12 years old. You have a friend who's 15 years old. Okay, say so you're 12 years old. You have a friend who's 15 years old. The friend is 3 years older or elder than you, and you are 3 years younger to your friend. Whatever it is, how do you represent your friend's age minus your age is equal to 3? Your friend's age only will come first because your friend is elder. Your friend's age minus your age is equal to 3 is the equation. You have a friend who is 15 years old. You are 12 years old. You have a friend who is 15 years old. That means the difference between your ages is 3. Now, how do you put this in an equation? My friend's age minus my age is equal to 3. So how will you say my friend's age is more than my age by 3 years? My age is 3 years less than my friend's age. Whether you say more than or less than, all this means difference, minus. All this means minus. 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. I want the answer from you all. Now you identify which two things are compared and see now. Okay, now 1 minute, children. So now in the earlier example, we compared your age and your friend's age. Your age and your friend's age. We understood that your friend is older than you. So we wrote so the two things compared are your friend's age and your age. These are the two things compared. Your friend's age, your age. What's the difference? 3 years. When I'm talking, you should listen to this. You should not read the statement there and try to get the answer. That's where you will, it might not be effective for you. You must focus on what I am saying. You should never get distracted and read something else on the slide. So we identified the two things, friend's age, my age. Difference is 3 years. So what did we do? We wrote the friend's age first minus your age is equal to 3. Here also is a similar situation. There are two quantities. One is big, so the other is small. The difference is something. I want you to identify the bigger quantity, the smaller quantity, and their difference. Think. I don't want a fat answer like that. Think. I'll give you 2 minutes time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, keep it in your mind. Yes, like we understood that the friend is 15 years old. You are 12 years old. So the bigger number is 15. The smaller number is 12. And the difference is 3. So 15 minus 12 is equal to 3. The bigger number, smaller number, minus is equal to whatever is the difference. 3 is the difference. So is equal to 3. My friend, what did you say? My friend is 3 years older than me or 3 years elder to me. 3 years elder, 3 years younger. That is the difference. Yeah, now, what are the two quantities compared? Whenever the words, more than, less than, exceeds, all these are used. That means some two things are compared. Some two things are compared. Exceeds means it's more than, less than, below, above. All these words tell us that some two quantities are compared. Now tell me the two quantities compared here. We have, I'll tell you all the numbers. 1/4 of m means m by 4. M by 4 is there. There is 3 and there is 7. Which are the two quantities compared? What is the difference? That's what I want. Yes, anybody can answer this? But I think it is Swati's question. It is Swati's question. So Swati, which are the two quantities, Swati?
Ma'am, 1/4 of the m is compared with 7, ma'am.
Yeah, it's compared with 7. And what is the difference?
Ma'am, it's 3, ma'am.
3. And which is big? M by 4 is big or 7 is big?
Ma'am, m by 4 is big, ma'am, because
Now
it's compared.
Yeah, now write the equation. Write the bigger one first.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, m by 4 minus 3 is equal to 7, ma'am.
No, but you said m by 4 and 7 are compared, right? You're correct. Your equation is right. But I'm saying write the bigger quantity, then the smaller quantity, subtract is equal to write the difference. Which are the two quantities compared?
M by 4 and 7 are compared, ma'am.
So which is bigger?
Ma'am, m by 4.
Okay, so let's write m by 4 minus 7 because see like your friend's age minus your age, right? Your friend's age minus your age. Like that, m by 4. So we compared your age and your friend's age. And why did we write your age, your friend's age first? Because she was elder. He or she was elder. Okay, similarly, m by 4 and 7 are compared and their difference is 3. So m by 4 minus 7 is equal to 3. We'll understand it in one way. We can write it in many ways, children. We'll understand one way. We'll make that clear. And then you can just play with the other ways. 1/4, whenever the words more than, less than happens, that means it's a difference. 1/4 of m means m by 4. Is 3 more than? That is the difference. 3 more, 3 less. That's a difference. That's not the other number. That's a difference. That is not the other number. That is a difference. 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. So this m by 4 and 7 are compared. And the difference is 3. These are the three things you should identify. What are the two things compared? Which is big? What is the difference? M by 4 and 7 are the two quantities. M by 4 is big. So m by 4 minus 7 is equal to 3. Agree or disagree, children? Is it clear?
Agree, ma'am.
Okay, good. Is it clear, children? Should I repeat it? Nandana, Matthew, Anugraha?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, you
No,
don't
ma'am.
need to repeat, ma'am.
Okay. Anugraha is tired with me, I think. Okay.
No, ma'am, I have understood. That's
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, children. Fine. Whose turn? I think fourth one is to be done by Nandana. Nandana. 1/3 of a number plus 5 is 8. 1/3 of a number. Do you know the number?
1/3 x.
Plus 5 means
1/3 x plus 5 is equal to 8.
8. That's all. Very good. Yes, Nandana, you can disable your mic. So x by 3, 1/3 of a number. 1/3 of a number meaning? Nandana, you can disable your mic. 1/3 of a number meaning 1 by 3 into x. Nandana, kindly disable your mic. Somebody's mic is enabled. Kindly disable it. Thank you. So 1/3 of a number, 1/3 meaning 1 by 3 of into a number x. So 1 by 3 into x. See, we are converting something is given in English. We're just writing it mathematically. You may be constructing an equation or an expression depending on the information given. What are we doing? We are from what is given in English, we are making a mathematical expression or equation. So 1/3 of a number, 1/3 meaning 1 by 3, of meaning into a number x, 1 by 3x plus 5 is equal to 8. 1 by 3 into x means x by 3. See, we have understood in fractions. What is 1 by 3 into 5? 5 by 3. Similarly, 1 by 3 into x means 1 into x is x by 3. Okay, the next one. The next one, children. Convert the following equations into to statement form. Yes, somebody try the first one.
Shall I try for the first?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, a number subtracted from 5 gives you 9.
No, from 5 means 5 will come first. Whatever you say after from will come first. After from, what you say will come first. That's the meaning. Yes. Yeah, so let's try it again.
Yes, ma'am. A number when subtracted by 5 gives you 9.
Okay, gives 9. Okay, that's one way of saying. Try another way. That's correct.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can we use it as a story problem?
Not a story problem. Okay, let me see what you have to say. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Harija's father is...
No, darling, not like that. No. No, like what you said earlier. You should not create a story problem.
Yes,
no, I just wanted to know what you had in your mind. No, not like that. That you cannot make.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
can I say for second?
Not second one. I want another way for the first one. Anybody can say. Some other way for the first one.
Ma'am, when 9 subtracted by 5, it gives a number.
No. Like it should be the direct meaning. What you see there, when 9 is subtracted by, no, that doesn't work. For what is there? X minus 5 is equal to 9.
Ma'am, a number more than 5 is equal to 9.
A number?
More than 5 is equal to 9.
A number is more than 5. No, darling, no. The first one, the one which you said earlier was correct. You said something, no? A number minus 5 gives 9. That is correct. Others, no. Anybody else?
Ma'am, when we...
1 minute. Somebody wants to say something. Yes?
Ma'am, subtract 5 from x is equal to 9, ma'am.
Yeah, but you should not say x. You should say...
Ma'am, subtract 5 from a number, you get 9, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Ma'am, take away 5 from...
Take away 5. Yeah, take away 5 from a number.
Gives you 9.
Yeah, you get 9. Okay, gives you 9. Gives 9. Correct. Or you can also say the difference of a number and 5 is 9. The difference, because minus sign, the difference of a number x, you can specify the number x also, because there's x there, right? The difference of the number x and 5 is 9. You can also say that. Or you can say when 5 is subtracted from x. After from you must say x, because x is written first, no? If x is written first. So after from you must say x. You must say when 5 is subtracted from x, we get 9. See, you can write you get, we get, I get. Okay, whatever. That's not the matter. How you present the equation correctly, that's important. When you subtract 5 from x, should be very careful. After from you must put the x, because the x comes first. When you subtract 5 from x, we get 9. Or you can say the difference of x. You need not say a number and all that. The difference of x and 5 is 9. Simple. The difference of x. When you say difference of x and 5, whatever is first will come first. Only when from comes, after from will come first. Otherwise, whatever is first is first. The difference of x and 5, the difference of x and 5 is 9. All right. Second one, children.
Ma'am, can I say?
Ma'am, shall I try?
Yes. Yeah, no, I think Swati, you're done with your chance. Let's ask Matthew.
Ma'am, it is ma'am, 5p means 5 times p, ma'am.
Yeah.
So we should write as 5 times p, you get 20, ma'am.
5 times p is equal, you can just write is equal to also. In English, is equal to 5 times p is equal to 20.
Yes,
Or you can write 5 times p gives 20.
yes, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Next one. Somebody else, next one. Not Swati, not Matthew. Yes. If nobody volunteers, see, I will not keep calling out like this. So then whoever wants to say should say. Now I said not Swati, not Matthew.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, can you tell me which question? I left the meeting, ma'am, now because of my internet connection.
Okay, we are in the third one.
Okay, ma'am. I have to tell the equation?
Yeah, not the equation. The equation is there. You'll have to convert the equation to statement form.
Okay. Ma'am, 3n plus 7 is equal to 1, that one?
Correct. How
3
much?
times of a number added to 7 is equal to is 1.
From when did you, meaning how long did you miss the meeting? For how long?
Ma'am, just now, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, now come again. 3 times?
3 times of a number added to 7 is 1.
Is 1. Okay. 3 times of a number is not added to 7. 7 is added to 3 times n.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 7. 7 is added to 3 times n. So 7 added, no, actually your way is also correct. But in the strict sense, you're adding 7 to, now supposing you have 3n with you, I give you 7 more. So 3n plus 7. If you have 7 with you and I give you 3n, that then it will be 7 plus 3n.
Okay.
So Yeah, but you still get marks for that. But I think the right way of writing it is when 7 is added to 3 times n, we get 1. 7 added to 3 times n gives 1. Yes, Nandana. Next one. I think she has some net issues today. Somebody else try the fourth one.
Shall I try one?
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, Swati, ma'am, shall I try?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. 1/5 of m is more than 2 results in 6.
You've understood correctly, but it should be more, try again. Just think and try again.
Yes, ma'am. 1/5 of
you
m.
use difference, right? The difference of.
Yes, ma'am. 1/5 of m difference from difference 2 results in 6.
Okay, I'll tell you the first one. Use the same for the fourth one. For the first one, I'll say the difference of x and 5 is 9. Like how you say the sum of 3 and 5 is 8. The sum of 3 and 5 is 8. In the same way, the difference of x and 5 is 9. Don't we say the sum of? In the same way, the difference of x and 5 is 9. Now use the same format for the fourth one. The difference of?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the difference of 2 from 1/5 of m results in 6.
No, when you use difference, you should not say from. The difference of 1/5 of m and 2 is 6. You must use and. See here, like this only. Yes. 1 minute. Now look at, all of you look at the first one. Can you see the pointer? Can you all see the point? Yeah, now see here. If I say the difference of 3 times x and 11 is 32. Replace sum with difference. Now what is it here? The sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. That means 3x plus 11 is equal to 32. If this is replaced with difference, the difference of 3 times x and 11 is 32. It becomes 3x minus 7 is equal to 32. Now, please use this English. What you see here for the last one? Tell me.
Ma'am,
yes.
Ma'am, the difference of 1/5 of m and 2 results in 6.
Okay. Results in 6. Okay, fine. Or is 6. The difference of 1/5 of m and 2 is 6. So which is more here? Is m by 5 more or 2 more? Which is more? Which are the two quantities compared?
Ma'am, m by 5 and 2 is being compared. M by 5 and 6 is being compared, ma'am.
No. Okay, you can put it like that, but straightforward m by 5 and 2 is compared. Their difference is 6. 2 is 6 less than m by 5. M by 5 is 6 more than 2. See, Nandana is not at all in the meeting. So, in the strict sense, m by 5 and 2 are compared. No, see, children, I'm just trying to, let's understand one thing. Now here, if we assume m by 5 and 2 are compared, m by 5 is big, 2 is small. Their difference is 6. Please understand this. M by 5 is big, 2 is small. Their difference is 6. That means m by 5 is more than 2 by 6, or 2 is less than m by 5 by 6. 2 is less, m by 5 is more. M by 5 is more, 2 is less. M by 5 is more by 6. 2 is less than m by 5 by 6. You take your age and your friend's age as example. You'll understand from that. If your friend is A and you are B, if your friend is A and you are B, who's A?
Ma'am, friend.
And B?
Ma'am, our.
Yeah, okay. So now A is the friend and B is you or me, whatever. So when we say A minus B is 3, A minus B is 3. A's age and B's age are compared. A minus B is 3 means A is elder to B by 3 years. Or B is younger than A by 3 years. Younger elder by 3 years only. Whoever is first is elder. Whoever comes first, A, elder. B is second, younger. That's all. Elder, younger, both by 3 years only. Similarly, m by 2 is big by 3. 2 is small by 6. Sorry, I said 3 by mistake. M by 5 is the greater quantity. 2 is the smaller one. Their difference is 6. That means m by 5 is more than 2 by 6, or 2 is less than m by 5 by 6. Now, if we do more of this, you'll only get confused. You should think about it. You take a practical example, try to, construct it in English using more than, less than, and understand what it is. Over to the next one, example 3. I'm not asking anybody again about the fourth one. We discussed enough of that. See example 3. Consider the following situation. Raju's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. Raju's father is 44 years old. Set up an equation to find Raju's age. So let's do it part by part. Raju, so how many characters in this question? Not question, in this information. How many characters in this information?
Ma'am, 2 characters, ma'am.
Who are they?
Ma'am, Raju's father and Raju's age, ma'am.
No, Raju's father and Raju. The 2 characters are Raju's father and Raju. The 2 people in this question, in this information are Raju and Raju's father. Okay. Now, Raju's father's age. So it's about their ages. Age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. Now, let's assume whose age you'll assume as X?
Ma'am, Raju's age will assume as 6.
Why not Raju's father's age?
Ma'am, because his age is already have been given as 44 years, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Because his age is already given 44 years. That's what I wanted. So the 2 characters in this information are Raju and Raju's father. Now, whose age is X? Raju's father's age is 44. It's already given. So let Raju's age is what you don't know. So let that age be X. Let Raju's age be X. What is 3 times Raju's age?
Ma'am, 3x.
Okay, what is 5 more than 3 times Raju's age?
Ma'am, 5 minus 3x.
No. 1 minute. Let's come from here. See here. 1 minute. See here, children. Let Raju's age be X. Is that understood? Let Raju's age be X. 3 times Raju's age is how much?
Ma'am, 3x.
3x. 3 times Raju's age is 3x. Raju's age is X. 3 times Raju's age is 3x. Now, Raju's father's age is 5 years more than. What is 5 years more than the 3x? Now use this, read this as 3x because children, listen to me carefully. Above Raju's age, you put X. Put X here and just see X here. 3 times meaning 3. So this 3 times Raju's age becomes 3x. Now don't read 3 times Raju's age. Read it as 3x. Don't read 3 times Raju's age. Read it as 3x. Now read this. 5 years, that leave 5 years also. 5 more than 3x. What is 5 more than 3x?
Ma'am, he is 5 years more than Raju's age, ma'am.
No, see, you're not going with me. I'm trying to say something. Did you all put 3x? 3 times Raju's age is 3x. Correct? 3
Yes,
times
ma'am.
Raju's age is 3x. Now what is 5 more than 3x? What is 5 more than 3x? How will you write 5 more than 3x? How will you write that? 3x plus 5. 5 more than 3x. So 3x plus 5. Now if you say you want 5 more than 100, you want 5 more than 100. So 100 plus 5. So 3x plus 5 is Raju's father's age. So 3x plus 5 is equal to 44. Just keep putting it, children. See here. Now if you can you just see the screen properly? Now what is Raju's father's age given? 44. Put 44 on that. Can you all see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Now above Raju's father's age, write 44. 44 is, because Raju's father's age is 44. 44 is 5, forget this years, okay? 5 more than 3 times Raju's age. What do we mean by 3 times Raju's age? 3x. 5 more than that is 3x plus 5. Is Raju's father's age is equal to 44. 3x plus 5 is equal to 44 is the equation. Now, one by one, you should either ask a doubt or you must say you understood, because only these two can be the options. Either you say you understood or you say you have a doubt. Yes, one
Understood,
by one.
ma'am.
No,
Understood,
read
ma'am.
children. No, name. Yeah, tell me your name also.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
I'm
Swati
Anugraha, ma'am.
understood, ma'am.
Understood, ma'am.
Anugraha, sure you understood?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Okay, Swati.
Swati understood, ma'am.
Okay, others. Nandana and Matthew.
Ma'am, understood, ma'am.
There's no compulsion to say understood, children. You can always say you did not understand also. Okay. Okay, children. Anyways, yeah.
I got more internet connection. So
That's what, yeah.
Ma'am, I'm Nandana, ma'am. I got more internet connection today, ma'am, so that I can listen the class properly, ma'am.
I'll repeat this. No, what did you say? You can't understand this properly, you said? This one?
No, ma'am, I got internet issue, ma'am.
Correct, darling. I understood that. You want me to repeat this or you understood this? Did you attend? Were you there when we were discussing this?
No, ma'am. Can you record?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
ma'am. I was.
Fine. Okay, Nandana, I got you. Yeah, thank you. You can disable your mic. Anyways, children, for my satisfaction, I'll just tell you again. So I'm saying, once you convert to symbols, no, don't read the words. So coming from here, Raju's age, on top of, you just underline Raju's age and put X on it. Then 3 times, so 3 it will be, so it will be 3x. Underline, see, I'm saying do this in your mind. Underline is not literally underlining. I'm just telling you this is how you process the information. 3 times Raju's age. Underline that and put 3x. More than means plus. 5 is 5. More than means plus. 5 is 5. And Raju's father's age is 44. Everything we have Raju's father's age 44. 5 means 5. More than means plus. 3 times Raju's age is 3x. Now read. Raju's father's age is 5 years. Raju's father's age is 44 is equal to. Can you do Do you understand that 44 is equal to Raju's father's age is 44 is equal to is means equal to 44 is equal to 5 more than what? 5 more than what? 3 times Raju's age. So 3x plus 5. 5 more than something. 5 more than what? 3x. So 44 is equal to 3x plus 5. Or I told you that you can exchange it. 4x plus 5 is equal to 65. 65 is equal to 4x plus 5. You can exchange it like that. So we get 44 is equal to 3x plus 5. You can also write it as 3x plus 5 is equal to 44. Children, take a screenshot.
Mom, of this one?
Yeah, this one alone. Only this. Take
Yes,
a picture. Done?
Done, ma'am.
All of you, please take a picture of this one.
Mom, 1 minute, ma'am.
What 1 minute? You did not take? No, I have to finish the session, darling. I have another class. We'll just do example 4. You can see it in the meeting recording, or I'll show you again. A shopkeeper sells mangoes in 2 types of boxes. Okay, one small and one large. A large box contains as many as 8 small boxes plus 4 loose mangoes. Okay, set up an equation which gives the number of mangoes in each small box. The number of mangoes in a large box is given to be 100. So children, it's about understanding every part of the information. Now, how many boxes, children? How many boxes are there? How many types of boxes?
Ma'am, one small, there are 2 types, ma'am. One small box and one large box, ma'am.
Okay. So there are 2 types of boxes, one small box, one large box. Okay. Now inside the large box, how many small boxes can you put?
Ma'am, 8 small boxes, ma'am.
Okay. Inside the large box, you can put 8 small boxes. And there is also more place for how many loose mangoes?
Ma'am, 4 loose mangoes.
Loose mangoes meaning it's not put in boxes. Now, if you take one large box and you put 8 small boxes in it, there is still more place for 4 mangoes. So if in one large box, what you can do, you can keep 8 small boxes and you can also put 4 loose mangoes in it. Okay. Now, how many mangoes are there in one large box? How many mangoes are there in one large box?
Four mangoes.
No. Read, it's
Ma'am,
given.
unknown.
No, it's given there. How many mangoes are there in one large box?
Ma'am, 100.
100. It's given there. So these are the different things. These are the different things. How many boxes? 2 boxes. One small, one large. Okay. How many mangoes in the large box? 100. And in the large box, what you can do, you can keep 8 small boxes and 4 loose mangoes. Okay. Now, one more question. How many mangoes in the small box? In one small box, how many mangoes are there? How many mangoes are there in the small boxes? In one small box, how many
100.
mangoes? No, in one small box. We don't know. We don't know how many mangoes are there in one small box. We know that in one large box there are 100 mangoes. That is when you when the boxes are not eight. Every small box also has mangoes in it. The small boxes also have mangoes. Large box also has mangoes only. But in the large box, what they do? They keep 8 small boxes. In every 8 small box, there are mangoes in it. So one large box has 8 small boxes, and inside the small boxes also there are mangoes. In one large box, totally there are 100 mangoes. How many mangoes are there in the small box? X, we don't know. So X. How many mangoes are there in the small box? We don't know. One small box, if you open, how many mangoes are there? Now we don't know. So let it be X. So in 8 small boxes, so if it's like this, if in one box there are children, in one box if there are 7 mangoes, in 8 boxes, 8 into 7, 56. If in one box there are 7 mangoes, one box 7 mangoes, then in 8 such boxes, 8 7 the 56. Similarly, if in one box there are X mangoes, in 8 small boxes there will be 8X mangoes. 8X, 8 into 7, 8 into X, 8X. If there are 7 mangoes in one small box, you will say, 1 second. So if there are in one small box, if there are 7 mangoes, then in 8 boxes there'll be 8 into 7, 56. 8 into 7. Similarly, if in one small box there are X mangoes, in 8 boxes it will be 8X. So 8X plus 4. 8X is what? The number of mangoes in 8 boxes plus 4. So much you can put in one big box. And that big box has 100 mangoes. So 8X plus 4 is equal to 100 is the equation. 8X plus 4 is equal to 100. Just imagine, you should visualize the situation. You must visualize it. There's one big box. And inside the big box, you can keep 8 small boxes. In the small boxes, how many mangoes are there is not given. So X mangoes. One small box, X mangoes. Then in 8 such boxes, 8X. Like if in one box 6 mangoes, in 8 boxes 8 into 6. So similarly 8 into X. 8X plus 4, because you can still put 4 loose mangoes. So 8X plus 4 is equal to 100. We'll give the number of mangoes in the large box. So 8X plus 4 is equal to 100. All of you have the NCERT textbook, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Ma'am, no, ma'am, I don't have, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
for
that
us it's
NCERT book
exceed, ma'am.
only, no, ma'am.
Yeah, NCERT textbook.
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Matthew has. Who does not have?
Ma'am, Swati, I does not have, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because for me it's exceed, ma'am.
But okay, you are using Exceed. Your school does not follow NCERT, is it?
Ma'am, in school they will give NCERT for practice, ma'am, but it is only exceed for our use, ma'am.
Yeah, I know about the school, but I'm like they also give. Oh, they don't. Okay, they don't distribute NCERT textbook at all, is it? Okay, I've forgotten. Fine. Yeah, I remember now.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
Ma'am,
correct.
when they give Tamil
Ma'am,
books, they also give
ma'am, last time they gave NCERT
NCERT
book,
books,
ma'am.
ma'am, but still now I didn't receive the NCERT, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So what I want children to do is read the introduction in NCERT. For now, since Swati does not have, I'll take a photo and share it with you, or I'll put it in the group. I want all students to read the introduction from NCERT. Read the introduction to this chapter. You don't have to write anything because understanding is more important. I don't want you to write down anything from there. Just read the introduction and complete these. Example 1, 2, 3, 4, which we have discussed. And take a screenshot of, I'll share this alone, children. I'll share this one alone. I want you to write this also. If 45 is added, I'll share this with you. This one and example 1, 2, 3, 4. Please work it in your tuition notebook. Read the introduction. I'll share the picture. Read the introduction. All right. Okay, children. In case example 4 is still not clear, we'll discuss in the next class. You should now beyond this, I can say, but I think you should also take the effort to, understand the information and the equation also. So all the best for that. Thank you, children. That's all for today's class. You may leave the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.